Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we are continuing our meditation series, and we are going to discuss the benefits of meditation. Now, in this video, I have painstakingly only written down items that I could find scientific evidence and studies to back up, because science has been studying meditation for quite a long time now. I think at first it was almost in a way to disprove it. Anything that's somewhat woo-woo, a lot of science kind of has a hard reaction to, and that's something they need to become aware of within themselves as a community and be scientific, right? And being scientific means having an open mind, means testing things out before we have a knee-jerk reaction. If I was to tell you, for example, that things like ESP and the Sixth Sense and stuff like that was real, you, as a scientific individual, you may have a knee-jerk reaction to that. But then if I followed it up with, there was actually studies done at Duke University back in the 30s and the 40s proving some of that was real, well, now you're stuck because you've already committed to that mindset of this is woo-woo and it's not real, but there's actual scientific evidence to back up some of it. But in any case, in this video, I'm getting off on a tangent. In this video, all of the things I'm about to share with you have scientifically been studied and confirmed in studies, some of them stronger and weaker than others. But I'm going to leave all the sources for everything I'm about to say in the description below. And I'm also going to leave a link to our previous video on what is meditation, because we're going to go deep into a series where we dive into all topics meditation, different kinds. There'll be guided ones, there'll be practice sessions, all the things that can really immerse you in it, because again, this channel is about creating your dream life. It's about manifesting and reshaping the reality around you, and meditation is one of the great tools for getting into the receiving mode. And as you'll see from today's video, meditation is also a great tool to just make you a better person and to help you all around. So no matter what your goals are, no matter what your future looks like that you want to program into this reality, meditation is going to be extremely useful for you. So let's get started. Now, the benefits of meditation. So this chunk is falling under what I call the relaxed state. Lower heart rate, lower oxygen consumption, even lower than when you're sleeping. When you're sleeping, your oxygen consumption goes down by about 8% on average. During the first few minutes of meditation, your oxygen consumption drops by 10 to 20%. So we're really relaxing and slowing down the body. Our breathing frequency decreases. Stress hormone levels in our body decrease, and stress hormones are good. Don't get me wrong. If you didn't have stress hormones, you wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. That first burst of cortisol in the morning is what gets you out of the bed and gets you moving around. However, in our society, we have so much mental stress going on that we end up having too much of the stress hormones too long at a time, and that can actually cause illnesses within you. That can actually cause issues throughout your whole body and negative outcomes. So it's nice that we can see meditation as a way to reduce the stress hormone. It calms the sympathetic nervous system. And the sympathetic nervous system is that fight or flight system. So your nervous system has two modes: fight or flight, rest, relax, recover. And if your stress hormones are out of whack, and if your mind's all out of whack, again, this is another example of how your perception of reality shapes your reality. If your mind is all out of whack, you can get your fight or flight all geared up. Well, that's, again, fight or flight isn't good for the body. The body is gearing up for a battle, so it's turning off unnecessary things. It slows down digestion. So if you have a lot of digestion issues, you could have an overactive sympathetic nervous system, too much fight or flight. Meditation may help you with that. So it helps to calm the fight or flight and get us more into the rest, relax, recover phase. It lowers blood pressure. And in experienced meditators, meaning those that have meditated for, I believe the study said, more than a year, they saw significant change in their brain waves, where alpha is like your normal surface level relaxed. They were going into delta and even theta, which is like deep sleep, deep dream states. Those were the same wave patterns going across their minds. Now, meditation, in addition to creating a relaxed state through these things, has also been clinically shown to help treat, and by treat, I don't mean necessarily cure, but to help just the outcomes and quality of life, and just assist in treating many of these symptoms, many of these illnesses. Depression, anxiety, again, stress, pain. There have been studies to show that people that meditate every day have a reduced perception of pain. Not reduced, but their pain isn't nearly as bad. And for people with chronic pain especially, daily meditation can be very helpful in helping to manage that. Now imagine if we could do that, and if you could even get close to the pain management of, say, opioids, and then we can get off of that, maybe go for some lighter pain management, and then coupling it with meditation to kind of help balance that out. Cardiovascular diseases are helped by this. Dementia and Alzheimer's. There are studies that show it helps with dementia and Alzheimer's patients, as well as just increasing our memory in general. So even if you're just someone that doesn't have any of this stuff going on, your memory and your focus will increase with meditation as well. It can help with Parkinson's disease. It can help with insomnia. Even if you don't have insomnia, meditation can help with the quality of your sleep, how easy it is for you to fall asleep. ADHD especially, there are countless stories of people that have helped their ADHD tremendously by doing meditation. And if your ADHD is kind of exacerbated enough that, out there enough that you're having a hard time with a sitting meditation, there's multiple ways, as we saw in our last video. There's many different kinds of meditation. There are moving meditations. Think Tai Chi, think Qigong, think walking meditation. There's way more than just sit in silence and watch the breath for the people who feel like that's sort of a prison that they can't even begin to deal with because they got so much energy. You can also meditate in nature, because then the energy of nature will help to calm you down and make it more facilitative to the process. We spoke about chronic pain already, and we spoke about the better sleep. This category falls into the also because it's just kind of a mixture of things. Meditation has been shown to improve mood, has been shown to reduce aggression, has been shown to increase our adaptability to the stimuli and to different things in our life that come to us. We're able to better handle and adapt. It shows improved emotional regulation. It has shown to help with aging, the aging process, how we perceive it, and our bodies, our physical outcomes as we age improve. And there have been studies. This is one of the studies where it was a little lower in the quality, some of the information I could find as it relates to addiction, but there are studies specifically with alcoholics and people who use food as comfort where meditation helped them to deal with that whole situation better, and it improved, along with meditation combined with, counseling, AA, things like that, seemed to be incredibly helpful for people in dealing with these issues. And we'll see why that is later as we get to the bottom of the benefit scale here. Helps with the immune system tangentially. And the reason that this is thought to occur is because meditation can help to decrease inflammation. And as you know, inflammation in modern times is kind of a bad word and a boogeyman because, inflammation has a place in time. Inflammation is supposed to help you when you get injured. Then, it inflames, it lets the repair stuff flow in. Once it's healed, the inflammation is supposed to go away. Well, in our society, because of we have the repetitive issues with our bodies, using computers, using phones, we end up with chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation ends up being a detriment, not a benefit to the healing process. So we're always looking at ways that we can lower inflammation. And a lot of times inflammation causes and exacerbates a lot of these different diseases. So meditation has been shown to lower inflammation. Again, lowering stress is another one. If you're really stressed out, you can find yourself getting sick. Because the stress, you're weakening your body through all this stress. Stress can be strengthening in doses, but if you're under consistent chronic stress, that's when it flips to the negative side of the polarity, law of polarity, right? A little bit of stress is okay, makes us strong. Too much stress, our body starts to fall apart and we become sick. So by lowering stress, we're also helping to strengthen the immune system. Can help with PTSD. I can speak to that firsthand. I have had PTSD. I am pretty much cured of it at this point. I'm not going to say meditation was the only thing. I did a lot of hypnosis. I did a lot of spiritual work. And I was generally in a safe place as an adult where I had the capability to examine myself, to look at the patterns of the PTSD, to feel it so that I could heal it, to become aware of it so that I could slowly unpackage and reintegrate that trapped trauma energy. But meditation was definitely one of the tools in my toolkit. There's many years where I meditated every day, and then like most of us, I'm an off again, on again meditator. So depending on the day you catch me, if you ask me, are you a meditator? I'll say yes or no, to be honest with you. I meditated yesterday, so today I am a meditator, but we'll see if I manage to do it today. But yes, it helped with my PTSD, dramatically, and I don't even really have it anymore, to be honest. Yeah, I don't have any of the symptoms I used to have. People can touch me and I don't freak out, you know what I mean? I'm not scanning my reality for threats. I don't carry a knife in my pocket anymore. Although I do keep one in the car, so maybe there's a little bit left. It can help with cancer, and not directly, but with the side effects of cancer. So it has been shown in cancer patients that practiced mindfulness meditation that they had experienced less fatigue, they had better mental health. And of course, I think that goes along with what we talk about on this channel, right? That our inner reality creates the outer reality in the mirror. So with these patients, for example, by doing the meditation, by improving a lot of these things in their own mind and their perception of things, well, naturally the fatigue and their mental health improved. The fatigue went down and their mental health improved because they went inside and they started to change themselves from within. Now, stress, right? Stress can cause, I should say excessive stress, because again, a little stress is good. Little stress makes us grow strong. Too much stress is a detriment and our body starts to fall apart. Stress can cause or exacerbate health issues, and we know from the studies, meditation treats stress. Meditation helps to lower stress. Meditation helps to lower the stress hormones and calm our sympathetic nervous system so that we can switch into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that rest, relax, recover. Reducing stress helps all stress-related health issues, and I'm going to hot take, all health issues are stress-related health issues. Now, I'm not saying that you catch tuberculosis, or you catch COVID and it's like, stress. They weren't so stressed, they wouldn't have got it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, though, is stress negatively impacts any and all health issues that you've got, period. If you lower the stress, it's going to make your health issue better. Maybe not cured completely, but it's going to just soften it, you know what I mean? So that's easier for the medicine to work, the treatments to work, and stuff like that. Now, the neat thing is they've also measured the brain of meditators, and the brain physically, quite literally, physically changes from meditation. We see an increase in gray matter, and gray matter is responsible for our emotional regulation, our planning, our problem solving, among other things, and our cortical, I don't know if it's cortical or cortical. I'm gonna go with cortical. Cortical thickness grows, and cortical thickness is thought to deal with learning and memory. So quite literally, by meditating, our brain is physically changing. It's physically growing and adapting. Not only do the good parts, the good parts of the brain grow, but our amygdala shrinks. Our amygdala is what's responsible for fear, anxiety, stress. It's kind of that threat, fear, looking for this is my abstraction, looking for that fear, that stress, that anxiety, that worrying component of the brain actually begins to shrink and lessen. So if you just watch this video, you're probably thinking to yourself, man, if they put this in a pill, I would buy it and take it every day. But it's better than that. It's free. Meditation is free to everyone. We just sit and we do it. We sit, simple meditation, sit, follow the breath. If you feel your mind start to wander, it's not okay. It's okay. It's not okay. No, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up with a stick or anything. Just gently bring your awareness back to the breath. See the thoughts as clouds going by, and the awareness is where you reside. Your awareness is the blue sky, and the clouds are the thoughts that go by. Too many times we get so attached to each thought that we end up becoming the cloud. And once we become the cloud, we can't see the forest for the trees. We can't see the sky for the clouds. So we have to continue to practice gently bringing it back. And that practicing, that training mechanism, I suspect, is working out. Almost like going to the gym, working out the gray matter, working out the cortical thickness. And the brain is made up of neural networks, right? Neurons, dendrites, they have the paths. Well, the way neural networks work is the paths that fire more frequently wire together and get stronger. They get deeper. It's like think about it like a highway. The more cars that start getting pumped through certain roads, well, the roads get bigger and the infrastructure increases to handle the roads, and the roads or the neural pathways that aren't used anymore start to wither and die because they're not being fired anymore. Your brain is continuously growing and changing and mutating and developing, based on how you use it, based on how you're thinking and how you're acting and how you're feeling and being. Well, meditation wires up differently the way your mind works, and seemingly from this massive list, in a better way. Now, that's the challenge, though. I mean, I've been on this path for 15 years. The challenge is just sitting your butt in that chair and meditating. It doesn't sound so hard on paper. Close your eyes and breathe, and if I get caught in a thought, I bring it back. Seems pretty simple. Yeah, but the second you sit down, man, your ego's wily, man. It's gonna try to get you out of that chair. The second you sit down and you close those eyes and you start to meditate, you're gonna be like, I wonder how long I've been sitting here. Did I start the timer? Oh, that one gets me every single time. I sit in that chair and I close my eyes, and I know I started it, You sit in that chair and the first couple of thoughts, did I start the timer? If I didn't, I could be sitting here for hours and not realize. I better check the timer. And then you look at, oh, okay, I got the timer set, and you sit it down. And when I sat it down, did it turn it off? And then you're sitting there, and then it's, what's that sound? What's that sound? You just got caught in that thought, and you're no longer thinking about your breath. Meditation is tricky, man. It's a very tricky process. But in any case, I'm getting off on a tangent again. Benefits of meditation. I'm going to leave links in the description to the articles I read, which they themselves have links to the sources they've cited. So feel free to dive into that if you're at home sitting there going, that sitting and closing your eyes and breathing doesn't do any of those things. Hey man, go check it out. I can speak directly to the PTSD. I can speak to the stress. I can speak to the aggression. I can speak to the mood. I can speak to a lot of these because I've experienced it in my life doing hypnosis and meditation and spiritual practices in general. But I'll leave all that for you guys. I'm also going to leave a link to our What is Meditation video. That's the video we released yesterday. And I think the next video we're going to do is probably going to be, we're going to start diving into each of the types of meditation. And I'm going to end each of those videos where we'll do it together. I'm going to sit, I'll bring my chair over to the camera. I'm going to sit, and I'll guide you through like a quick 5 minutes of just us sitting and breathing, and you can watch my process, and I'll explain exactly what's happening. And when I see myself get caught by a thought, I'll tell you, well, I got caught by a thought. This is the thought, and I'm bringing myself back. So I think if we can all manage to meditate every day, and when the best part is 15 minutes. 15 minutes is all you need. Heck, in some of the studies I was reading, 8 minutes is enough. And in some of the studies, like the oxygen consumption, for example, within the first 3 minutes of meditation, that happens. So it's not like, the difference between not meditating and sitting for 4 hours every day, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, in full lotus position, like you can sit in a chair, you can lie on the floor, you can go outside and walk around and do this and breathe. For people with ADHD, it may be helpful to walk around. A lot of times you do walking meditation, you stare, you kind of look, you kind of tilt down and you look down a little bit, and you just walk like that, and you breathe. And of course, if that irritates your neck, you can just walk straight up and down and do it. But it gives you something physically for your energy to do, so you're not just sitting there wanting to jump around. All right, my friends, that's the video for today. Keep it locked on the channel, and we're going to go deep on meditation probably for the next week or two. It's going to be all meditation videos. Comment down below if you're already a meditator and you've noticed these benefits in your life. Comment below if you've never meditated and if you're excited. And if you're excited about meditating, tell me, out of everything we went over here today, which one of these things is going to be most helpful to you? Comment that down below. I'm curious to see why everyone is, using meditation and what they're using it for. So make it a great day today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.